Nike is a footwear, apparel, equipment, and accessories company. And as Paul's just said, it was founded by Phil Knight in Oregon, USA in 1964.
Okay, so if you're a big soccer fan, this is an obvious starting point because they make soccer boots and they also sponsor a whole bunch of different national and club teams. And that's part of the whole sales thing. It's about promoting that healthy lifestyle, and that gets you through there. So that would be a good entry point.
Market cap, $86.6 billion, PE of 23, and a dividend yield here of 1.4%. Robert, do you want to weigh in?
I just want to say, Nike remains the apex of football apparel, and not even limiting it to football. I mean, look at what happened last week with the Australian Open, Roger won it, and they released 2 boots in his name. So
both
they
him
continue,
and Federer and Nadal, both Nike sponsored it.
They continue to be the apex of sports apparel, let alone football. I did notice, though, them losing out on the United contract, because now United wears Adidas apparel.
Manchester United
and
for Bronwyn's.
Sorry.
I know Manchester United. Come on, guys, it's not that bad.
But I noticed when I thought it was a big loss when they lost the United contract. But generally they've yielded value out of a lot of things. I mean, look at how they've hogged on to the Brazilian national team jersey. I mean, it's been decades on rolling now that they've been sponsoring that particular national team, and it stands at the apex of sports itself. So
from the tennis perspective, the Fed had pink Nikes and Nadal had orange Nikes.
You must see the new special.
It's
a golden shoe that they released after he won.
And
tennis shoe.
Tennis shoe. Serena, we're hearing from the director's environment there.
So look, why would you do such a thing? Firstly, it's in order to be associated with those supreme athletes. We know Nike's had a few problems in the past with people like Lance Armstrong and Oscar Pistorius and so on.
In fact, it was Nike, don't do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that has been an issue, but they didn't seem to worry about that. They just cut that person from the roster, roll on to another. When Karaba's talking about these sponsor deals and losing United, but then winning Chelsea and that kind of thing, these are deals where Nike pays those clubs massive money in order to have their logo appear on the kit, which is powerful not only in terms of all of the kids then wanting to own that brand when they play soccer on the training field, but it's also the replica kit sales and purchases. So people actually buy those shirts and then wear them, and then that becomes for the club a big sales point.
So who's behind David Beckham?
Well, he still plays for LA Galaxy, doesn't he?
No. He doesn't play for the LA Galaxy anymore. He retired from all of football. But he had a close relationship with Adidas. He did a lot of his work in UNICEF as well through Adidas. So it's been a great friend to him as a brand.
Let's talk about the actual investment opportunity, though, because Nike has
not
done all that well. It was the biggest loser in the Dow in 2016. You can see it was
the biggest loser in the Dow in 2016.
Yes, of the 30 stocks that make up the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Nike was the worst of the lot. It had a very bad 2016, and it was because they had such a good run-up. They had gained market share from Adidas in the US, and then they'd seemed to lose that, and they lost a bit of ground to Under Armour. So they've sort of been a rather serial underperformer in recent years.
Now, with the recent news flow around Under Armour, could that alleviate some of the pressure from a competitive perspective
Perhaps,
on
because
Nike?
As we'll see in a minute, Adidas had the corresponding experience, a very poor performance earlier and then did very well in 2016. But it is, I don't know, there's a sense perhaps that the total market is performing okay, but not all that well. That's for sports apparel. And then Adidas has had the sort of short end of the stick for a while. Now it's winning, now it's losing. So I don't know. These are sort of inter-brand competition.
So let's get a view then from a sponsorship perspective, their visibility, the brands that they are backing. Do you think that they are well positioned?
Nike did.
Yes, Nike it is.
I think it remains. I mean, look at the top tier. So we're done with Federer. We have Serena Williams. That's still Nike. We have Chelsea. We have Barcelona. That's just in football.
Thank you very much.
This is
Bafana.
This is an iconic brand, and it's got the right
It is quite. Look,
it.
I think the momentum will carry them through after all the marketing.
And I just want to point to one other business issue, and that is that all of these companies are trying to get more direct to customer sales through online and through their own concept type stores. So what you should expect out there in the marketplace is a de-emphasizing of the sort of generic sports store, Sportsman's Warehouse, Foot Locker, you know, Dick's Sporting Goods, all those kinds of big players, they're all going to get less important,
Into
and
more
online sales are
Nike
going to be more
concept
important.
stores,
And obviously
their
the
own.
marketing there is direct, and the brand benefit and the margins are better. So that's another
Hot
reason.
or not? Karabo, let's get it from your viewpoint.
Hot and Nike. I'm always hot on Nike.
Yeah, me too.
Paul, are you
Permanent
hot on Nike
condition,
as well?
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.